What's up, people? You're
Next.
watching Bruddc Entertainment. Myself, Bruddc, and the lovely.
Danny Quinn.
And this is our morning show on the 13th, the 12th. Lovely day today. Danny, how's it going today?
Yeah, I'm good. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a bit too much of a good weekend, but I'm not going to talk too much to you about that. But yeah, I had too much of a good weekend. Let my hair
I'll
down a
try
little
and
bit.
drag you into. I'll try and drag you into recovery, won't I? I'll be like,
I'm not sure I'm just there yet. Yeah, so let's jump straight into the news of the day.
oh, do you know
New,
what? Them poor people with the earthquake and the floods.
yeah, that's
I've
yeah.
seen it on TikTok. They're digging the water out, and there's people putting laughing faces on there. Like, what's so funny about that?
Yeah,
It's
unfortunately,
so sad.
unfortunately, there is a section of people that when anything happens to sort of like the brown and darker skinned kind of people, that you do get the sort of horrible people that come out and they don't really give a damn. To be fair, it's just they don't really care.
Just negative behaviour, but
Indeed.
I always say karma. Give out what you want back in the universe. That's what I say. And
Uh,
if you're giving out bad energy, then you're going to get bad energy, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't even think of that sort of
Yeah.
situation. Like I don't know if I've told you before, but in I think it was in Turkey where this guy had literally he got out of the building, but his daughter got crushed to death, and he wasn't able to. She was still crushed, and she was like in a bathtub or something, and he couldn't get her out. So basically, what he's done is the fire, obviously all the helpers, they're trying to get her out, but
Oh,
he's still holding her hand now. He's not leaving. He's not left her side until obviously she's out and he's got her body sort of thing. I thought, oh my god,
oh my, well, that's now.
that was I don't know. I think she's free now, but this was like I think it
Oh,
was
thank
yesterday I
God.
saw it.
Yeah,
But
that's so
very
sad.
you couldn't imagine that, could you, man? It's like
No, and
no matter yeah
it's probably got other family that are lost underneath all of that as well. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah
noticed a lot of them, like they've had all their houses trashed because of war,
mm,
and then now they've got all these. They've rebuilt their homes,
mm,
and now this floods happens. Like, and we'll get up moaning in the morning.
exactly.
It's insane.
Yeah, we're too spoiled in this country. I think
Yes.
sometimes we don't appreciate just a bright, sunny day. There's the people that have got their 2 or 3 year old child stuck under rubble,
Mhm.
buried alive,
Yeah.
basically, and we're moaning about the weather or whatever it is. We're moaning about today. Very, very spoiled for choice,
I know.
unfortunately.
That's why when it's sunny, I'm like trying to drag the kids out. But the older two don't want to come no more. But the youngest don't have a choice. But I want to just go out, enjoy a bit of normality, and
Yeah,
be grateful for today that what I've got, because those people can't go out and do what they want to do. So it's nice to take in a bit of gratitude sometimes.
definitely, definitely. I think sometimes it's like especially with kids, sometimes it's like you say to them, "Oh, let's go out for a walk," and that, and they might say, "Oh, I don't want to, it's boring or whatever." But if you can actually get them out there, they
Yeah.
actually feel because them it's like kind of like them happy
Yes.
endorphins in the body start getting released. Just nature does that to you
Yeah.
alone. Walking through the
Yeah.
woods releases all sorts of emotions in the body, sort of thing. That make you feel good and stuff like that. So
My
once you
my
actually
peaceful. Sorry, I went to interrupt you. Then go on.
go no go.
Oh, my peaceful place is the beach, and I'm so lucky it's on my doorstep, but I don't go there enough.
Hmm.
And I take it for granted. So today I'm going to go and to do what I've been had on my mind for the last couple of weeks. Go and do what I've got to do, because
Yeah.
I'm not being grateful enough for the small things in life.
Yeah, indeed. I think I've always thought that as well. Like people, I go to Bournemouth. Bournemouth is like my closest beach, so I normally go there.
Yeah,
But when I go there, I used to love just walking along the beach and everything. And then you
yeah,
got the people that live there. They're like, oh, it's just a beach. They don't appreciate. They see
yeah.
it every day. So,
It's just expensive though. Wherever you take the kids, it's like school holidays now,
mhm.
and I want to take the kids out, but it's like you're looking at like £80 per kid.
Mm,
So you can't do something every single day. It's impossible unless you're
no,
absolutely loaded.
yeah,
So, a walk, and I'm going to go and take them to the waffle shop or something like that. But even that's expensive.
yeah,
And they like kids ain't as grateful as like we was back in the day, because we didn't literally have none of this internet, none of
mm,
this. My mum struggled to keep us going, and we didn't ask for anything. We used to go out, play, didn't even ask for a penny. We'd be out all day, come home when we were hungry, and go back out.
Yeah.
But everything just involves money these days, and
Yeah.
kids just want money, money, money all the time.
Yeah, I think it's social media. It's just constant advertisements.
Yeah,
They're just being hit by advertisements like 24/7. You know, they turn their phones
yeah,
on. This, that. Look at my friend's got this, that.
yes,
But you know, when we were younger, like you know, we're roughly about the same sort of age. You know, exactly what you said. We'd go
yeah,
out to the park. We'd go out to the park. We'd be running around playing all day.
yes,
Like those were the happiest times of my life back then. I was thinking,
yeah.
just going to the park, playing, going out with your
Not a care in the
friends.
world, not a
Not at
care in the
all.
world, because we didn't have fucking mobile phones either. So,
No.
and if we did, we had a little game with that snake on it. Do you remember? We
Oh,
didn't have all of this
you were lucky.
technology that
You
they've
were
got now.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Nokia phone. I'm telling you, you were lucky if you had one of
Oh
those.
yeah.
I
I
remember
was
that
lucky to
Nokia.
have snake.
What was it? The 3210, and the 3210 was like the newer one, and
Yeah.
I can't remember what was the basic one. Is it Nokia? Was it 28? I can't remember what it
Oh,
was.
I
Where
can't
you played
remember. One of them
snakes.
was like that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
And you
yeah,
answered,
yeah, yeah,
and you had this big fuck off aerial hanging off.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Back in the day,
None of this, none of this taking pictures and stuff like
no,
that.
no, like a glass on the phone, swiping up,
Yeah.
choosing from thousands of movies, and they're sitting there like, oh, I'm bored. Like on my day, I was sat in my bedroom, and it was 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like 1, nothing on.
Yeah.
2,
I
nothing
even
on.
remember
3,
black and white TV.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
At one point, we had
yeah.
black and white TV.
I remember it
And
too.
then there was and I remember the TV that come out and you plugged it in and you topped it up with money, I remember all of that. Like,
I don't.
and today,
Yeah.
they're just lucky that they just get this stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't see it as luck. They see it as, oh, I ain't got. They're seeing it as, I ain't got
Yeah.
this, rather than
Yes.
saying, you know, wow,
Yeah.
you know, I've got this, but I've got a roof over my head. I've got
Yeah.
clothes on my
Yeah.
back. Got food in
Yes,
my belly.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I put boundaries up, and that's that. Give
yeah.
them
You have
choice.
to.
They don't want the choice, then
You have to.
boundaries.
You have to. Because as a single mum, I can imagine. I remember my mum. Although my dad was around, like in bits, strips and drabs. But my mum was, yeah, she done a lot of work by herself, sort of thing.
Yeah, see,
So,
my mum did it all. Luckily, she did meet our stepdad that we've got now. But my
Mm.
real dad, like, he's a waste of fucking space, you know. Never bothered, never done anything with 3 of his children. But then has done stuff with the youngest child, and you think, well, hang on a minute, why would you go and have another child if you can't be fucked to deal with the oldest one? So he doesn't matter to me. He's like, I don't even think about him these days. It's only because he brought it up. It's just enters me head. But
mm.
it's my stepdad that's done the work.
Yeah, yeah, and like stepdad relationships, you know,
Yeah,
a lot of men are now, not a lot of men of today are saying, you know, don't date a woman with kids. That relationship is a
yeah,
really bad thing. And I'm just like, you know what, I speak to a lot of people, and a lot of people have grown. A stepdad has played a massive part in their role, and
yeah,
it's not even fair to really call
hmm
them a stepdad. You know, they're basically the
yeah,
dad. They've been there, they've done the hard miles, they've grafted,
yes.
and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My stepdad stuck with me, with all of us, and my mum had 2 children in addiction, and he's
well,
still stuck with my mum. But it's like they can walk out at any point, and it can cause abandonment issues. Do you know what I mean, on the
yeah,
children?
I
But
can imagine.
I
Yeah,
think should be sat down and spoken and things like that. If you're going
yeah,
to break up with
yeah.
the single mother thing, it should be sat down and spoken about, so that you know where you stand and you know what you can tell your kids. Not this abandonment stuff where they just fuck off and walk away.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And
Yeah,
that works both ways as well, you know, because it's like some guy could come in, give you
yeah.
3 years, look, I'll be the best person ever. Then you decide, you know what?
No,
It's not working.
sounds like my ex.
It's not working. It's not, no, but I don't know whether it's from your perspective, like, or whether it was his perspective. Like, you know, from the guy's
Yeah,
perspective, he's doing everything right, and then the woman just says, you know, I've had enough of you. Fuck off, get out my house. And then like he's built up a relationship with
yeah.
the
It
kids.
works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah, of
think it's
course.
always, if you're in a relationship, like now I've learned, if I'm in a relation, if I get into a relationship,
Hmm.
if there's no talking and there's no communication along them lines,
Mm.
then you're no good for me, because there needs to be talking, and you need to talk about both how you feel in
Yeah,
relationship. Otherwise, it's just a one way thing. Like me, I'm open and I'll talk about
yeah,
anything, you know.
yeah,
But I find men hold a lot of things in. I think I don't know whether it's embarrassment or whether it's their ego or what, but
yeah. It's
that
probably
men, women chat anyway. You know what women
Yeah.
like? They just go on and on and on, like I fucking
Hmm.
do, like I'm
Yeah.
now.
That's all right. It's fine. I think it's just one of those things where, men, they just don't feel they can say what they want to say, and they just don't get things
Mm.
off their chest when they need to, sort of thing.
Yeah,
And obviously, you know what? There's so much things going on in social media now where where you got quite popular people telling men, don't express your feelings, don't tell women how you're feeling. And I'm like, that's fine if you've got
yeah,
that's fine if you've got a network around you of good people that can help
yes,
you. But some people, most people, I would say, don't have a loyal friend or just that loyal
yeah,
person they can actually feel like that's not going to judge them, one.
yeah,
And like that's the main thing with therapy. You're going to speak to someone that's not going to judge you.
yeah.
It's going to like listen to you
But I
and
think
like.
if you're with someone and like me, I'm easy to talk to.
Hmm.
I'm not harsh. Like I'll guide you, but if you're not going to follow through with it, then that's your
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But I've done that in the past. I've guided, said, look, you need to go and do this, or you need to do this. Okay, I'll do it, and then the actions are not put into place, and then that's what causes
Hmm.
the the mental health and that.
Yeah.
But I suppose everyone's different, aren't they? But
Mm.
I prefer the talking. I want a relationship where you actually sit down and you talk and you explain things to each other.
Definitely. I think you're more old school, aren't you? Like you old school values and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Definitely.
never used to be. You know, back in my using days, I would just be like, oh, fuck it, I'll go on to the next one. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got some respect for myself these days.
Fair enough.
But
Fair enough.
it's just insane. But as has the girl's not been found in the newspaper either, is she?
Nicola
The name?
Bully.
Yeah.
No, she's not been found. They found a red. They said that they were looking for a red van, and then they said a red van's been found and it's been torched.
Yeah, I saw that they was looking for the van and it's been tortured now.
Yeah, definitely. So that for me, this whole thing seems really
Yeah.
dodgy. But the police, they're very smart. If they suspect someone, they're not going to tell them. So they'll keep
No.
a, they'll have that. From watching all
Yeah.
these detective movies, what they do is they like to speak
Yeah.
to the person and make them feel like that person's helping the case.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
you seen that, yeah? And then what they're actually
Yes.
doing is extracting information from them, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
As
yeah,
if they're in the because they as if they're in the scene as well.
definitely, definitely. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've seen, I don't know if you've seen Mindhunters on Netflix, where
No, I haven't.
it's basically these two detectives. What they do is, I think it's kind of based on true story. Well, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
What they done is they started speaking to serial killers and stuff like that in prison, interviewing them and asking
Yeah.
them about habits and things that they've done. And what they would do is they'd start to build up like a psychological profile based on based on a serial killer sort of thing. So
Yeah.
they'd be like they spoke to a couple of serial killers, and some of them would say things like, what I used to do is I used to love going to visiting the crime scenes afterwards, sort of thing. It'd bring up
Yeah.
memories. So then all of a sudden now the police are like, you know what we'll start doing is where this person was killed, we'll
Yeah.
stay around there, and then they'll notice that some random guys come in, walking
Yeah.
around, trying to ask questions and stuff like that. And
See me,
that's
I wouldn't go back to the crime scene. I'm gone.
fair enough, fair enough. But
or I'd wait.
well, you're not. Well, that's a sign you're not a sociopath and not a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. That's
At
a good
least we
sign.
got that one cleared up.
Yeah,
But
but back
it's
to that
just
Nicola
sad, isn't
Bully.
it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
got a whole life ahead of her again, another person gone. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully
Mm,
she's found safe and well. I hope.
yeah.
Like you can't guarantee it, can you?
No.
Which is a sad thing.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully she's found alive. But with the red van being torched, that
Yeah.
screams like it's only
Yeah.
bad news. But hope we can only pray for her and wish the family all the best and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Sad.
Next on the list is dangerous dogs and people not being able to control their dogs. Literally, have you probably seen
Mm.
now? These dogs are, and do you know what? It's not even the old school ones, the pit bulls and the staffs and stuff like that you would think. Now it's the XL bully sort of thing that's killing people, and
Yeah.
it's
Do you know what? I've seen a lot of that. Do you know, like I've noticed quite a lot. It's down here now. It started off, the gangs in London's with their dogs
Yep,
and to protect them, and they think they're
yep,
ours and all this
yep,
bollocks. And it is down here as well now because you get the boys with their hoods up and they got the fucking dog and they
hmm,
teach them to do the bad shit.
exactly,
Even when
exactly.
you walk past, they're like jumping up and rah. you know, I had a Rottweiler and I'm looking
Mhm.
at getting another one.
Mhm.
However, it would be muzzled this time
Okay.
because of they can change in the different heats and stuff like that. But look, they're not muzzling their dogs now.
No.
It's
No.
like they want you to be scared of their dog, and they look
Yeah.
down at you. Even when you go to the shop, there's some of them at the shops,
Yeah.
and they've got their dog, and they're like looking. And if they think that you're a threat to them, they would kind of put their dog forward.
Yeah.
But that don't bother me. But if they feel threatened by older people, or they think they're hard in front of another group of blokes or something,
Yeah.
this is the thing. And a lot of dealers as
All of them.
well
All of them have them.
have
All
got
of them
the
have them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're all breeding all these different dogs now, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good mix.
No, definitely. I think it's like if you breed like these XL bullies, they're giving them all this mad. They're giving them all this sort of. I think some of them give them like steroids and like protein and stuff to make them even bigger and stuff like that, which messes with their head. And then obviously you've got
Mm.
the young kids. You've got the you know, the street walkers that deal out
What's the little
packages.
ones? What's the
Uh,
little
the pugs. The
double
pugs.
XL bully? You know, the
I'm
short
not sure.
version of them
Oh,
and the
okay,
big.
yeah. Yeah,
They're
they're
so
big, yeah.
little, but they're so fucking strong as well.
Yeah.
That and a kid.
They
I know
don't
a
look
couple
right
of
though,
people.
do they? They don't look right though, do they?
Sorry.
Them the little ones don't look right. They
No,
just look weird, don't they? It's like,
yeah,
why?
like their
Why'd
legs
you
ain't
create
long
that thing?
enough.
Like, why would you create that thing?
They're
Like
like small people,
yeah, definitely. Like
but
the
they're they're very hard to control.
yeah,
Um, they are very hard to control, but they won't stand a chance against kids. I know a lot of people that have got these XLs, and I'd always think, plus the little miniature ones as well. They've got the
yeah,
big ones and the little one. Now they're breeding the big one with the little one.
mm,
I just can see a fucking disaster
mm,
happening with someone I
yeah,
know.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just like if you bring the dogs up the thing is you can bring a
Yeah,
dog up properly. You
you
can
got to
say
be stern.
you can say it's down to the owners and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But sometimes what this lady was talking about on the news once, she was saying, yes, it is obviously down to the owners, but sometimes it's the genetic line you have to think about. So
yeah,
if you've bought a puppy, if you bought one of them XL bullies from an ex, you know, drug dealer guy, and he's obviously been teaching his dog to be violent, and he's got that violence in his
yeah.
DNA sort of thing. Like that can be passed down to the other dogs sort of thing, you know. That's what this lady was arguing anyway.
I really like the
Yeah,
aggression. Yeah,
yeah, she was saying like if obviously if it's like you could have a dog that's killed killed freaking two people, and he's had puppies or
mm,
whatever, and you know that's
yeah,
known for attacking dogs. It's gonna be violent, and then 9 times out of 10 it's the same sort of people that buy these
yeah.
dogs that want them for
They
status and stuff.
I've got a I've been asked to have another dog, and it's the same age as the dog that we had. It's the
Mm.
same name. It's weird, but I'll put a stair gate so that the dog cannot come upstairs, so it's separated. And if I'm downstairs, the dog's downstairs. You know, that kind of stuff. So there's firm, strict boundaries in place. I don't teach it to be aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I recently put my dog down.
I
10 years a
know. Sorry to hear that.
Labrador. Yeah, and he
Oh,
was such a lovely dog to be fair. Like
yeah,
such a good dog. Like you could leave him with kids. You could leave him
yeah,
with anyone. Literally, like Labradors. I think obviously any
yeah,
dog can turn. They are animals, but you
yeah,
know, I think I would probably get another Labrador again. You know, just because
yeah.
like they're
See,
just.
I was scared to get the Rottweiler. Obviously, it was down to someone else's decision, but it was so weird. This
Mm,
Rottweiler's come up, and it's in a home with kids and everything. But I think she wants me to have it and not see it, but she will be on my Facebook and stuff like that, so she can still see it, because it'll break the dog's heart, keep going back and forth,
oh,
kind
okay.
of
Oh, she
thing.
doesn't want it anymore. No, she can't
No,
handle it.
no, it's not that she can't handle it. I don't. Something,
Situation. No worries.
an illness has come over in the
Oh, okay.
family,
Yeah, situation.
and
Yeah, no worries.
the dog's the same age as my dog was. It's the same name. But I'm not stupid. I know to fucking keep an eye, and I know to sit downstairs, and I know to. It's funny with other dogs, so I know to muzzle it.
Yeah. Okay.
But any dog can be funny with any dog.
Yeah, definitely.
It
How
doesn't
old is it?
matter, as long as you know that you're training your dog and keeping your dog by its fucking side and not teaching it that.
Yeah.
Then that's all that matters, I think. But
Mm.
the kids
How
are
old is
older now. It's
how
not
old
like
is the
this
Rotty?
stupid. He's two, but they're so loving dogs, and they've got so much respect, and they've got their good protection. They
Mm.
wouldn't just go unless you train it like that,
Yeah.
obviously. but he's yeah, it just seems to. I just see it, and I just felt like wow, like,
Yeah.
and it's for the kids as well. Like my kids are older, so it's not like they're babies. They're not going to be pulling on it. It's an older
Mm,
dog. If I had younger kids around, I know to put it in the kitchen. There's
mm.
there's ways around it.
Yeah. Is it a big one or is it one of the smaller ones? 'Cause I've noticed now there's like different levels of Rottweilers. There's the really old school big ones, and then there's like sort of like a medium sized dog,
Yeah,
like a
he's
meat.
medium. He's not my friend's dog. She's got the massive big.
Yeah.
He's huge, and
Mm,
but he's very strictly trained.
yeah.
Obviously, they do get a bit cocky, like they're like a child
They
at two
do.
years old. Rotties, they
Yeah.
go like into. They say like they're like a 2 year old
Yeah.
child, so they'll get hypo and stuff, and then they calm down again.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
good for me. It's good for therapy for me. It gets me out.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
like to walk, obviously, and my kids are older, so he can take him for a walk. It's just good for your mental health in a
Yeah,
way as well.
definitely. I must admit, because obviously my dog's not been around for about a week now. Well, a week
Yeah,
today.
do you feel lost?
Um, Not really, not really. It's obviously it's weird being out. The house
Yeah,
is a lot emptier and stuff.
yeah,
But I went round to my friend's house the other day, and he had a dog, and I was stroking him a little bit, and it
yeah.
does. I did kind of miss that feeling of stroking a dog. It does like that. Sort of, it's a weird
Mm,
feeling, you know. And just when you come home, the
yeah.
dog's all happy to see you and stuff. It is a very weird feeling. But you know,
Yeah,
10 years when
kids are
yeah.
more content with the dog. What my youngest, since the dog got just taken by the situation I was in, um, he's not seen it. He started having such bad jump, very jumpy and very
Mm,
because the dog would alert.
yeah.
Even if my son was walking down the road, the dog would know my son's walking down the road and go
Yeah.
to the door. So I'd know my son was nearly
Yeah,
home.
yeah, definitely,
So I like
definitely.
that part of it.
Yeah, that is a big part, you know. Especially
Yeah.
someone comes by the door, the dog just start
Yeah,
barking
it's
and stuff like
missing.
that.
And I'm in quite a big house as well.
Yeah,
So there's no way the dog can get out.
yeah.
So I don't like picking up the dog shit. I don't think anyone does. But apart from
No,
that,
no. It didn't really bother me. Like it bothered me at first, and when I was younger, where I used to think, oh, it's not cool to pick it up or whatever. But as you get a bit
yeah,
older and stuff, it's not too
yeah.
bad, you know.
I couldn't send my kids out with a shovel and go and pick the dog shit up. But I know my mates' kids, they go out with my kids. If I ask them, they'll be like, I ain't fucking doing that, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I've got mates that their kids have listen and do as they're told.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, you can't be lucky. I don't. Well, I remember my garden now is Astro. It's all Astro, so it'd be quite
Yeah, mine
easy.
is.
It'd be quite easy to clean. But back in the day, oh
Yeah,
my God, it was like a
yeah,
mud pit,
yeah,
like holes everywhere where he's dug, shit
yeah,
everywhere. You just wouldn't dream of going out there, and
yeah.
no one did until sort of I said, you know what, let me sort this garden out,
It's
put a nice
about
bit.
up to 8 shit today, the what he did.
Wow, Jesus, that's too much.
Up to 8.
Wow, that's too
So
much.
yeah, I raw I that's what I'm saying. But I ain't got OCD anymore. So, but I'm hoping it don't trigger me OCD off. But I
Yeah,
think if I
well.
stay calm and in this headspace, then I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So yeah, basically, back with the dogs. I mean, it is down to the breed. It is down to the owners as well. Sorry, but also you have to look at who you're buying your dog from. You know what kind of what's kind of like his own, what the
Hmm.
owners are like, and what his parents are like. You
Yeah,
you just don't know sometimes, so got to be a
yeah.
bit
See,
careful.
older breeder, someone that's bred the same dogs for years.
Mm,
I say yeah, but not this. I don't want a new dog that's
yeah,
about.
yeah. All right, last on the list today, a 16-year-old transgender. I don't know whether it's guy to girl or girl to guy has been
Oh,
found stabbed to death.
that's just
Yeah,
by who?
by two children have been arrested. Two kids have been arrested, ages 15 and 16.
See,
Um,
what the fuck goes through people's heads at, at that age?
yeah,
You've got to have something going on in your life to go and want to even do that because that is just, or your
stab someone.
influence.
Yeah, I mean, to think about you to actually have that in you to stab someone at 15 or
Yeah.
16 nowadays, like these kids, you know,
Does it
definitely,
say how many times I was stabbed?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna. I don't want to like
No, but that is so
dig too much
sad.
into it, but
Whole life, all three of them have got their whole lives ahead of them.
yeah,
2 of them have
and
fucked it up.
Yeah.
and then someone's got a life missing. It's so fucking sad.
Yeah, the police are ruling out a hate crime at the minute, but ultimately,
Oh,
most of the time people will sort of jump to that conclusion, sort of thing,
yeah.
when it's a transgender person, because there have been the transgender and the gay communities, their attacks have gone up like God knows how
Oh,
much. Like,
really?
yeah, they've really they're on the rise
It's
at the
sad.
minute.
I think people should want to be who you want to be. As long as you're at the right age
Yeah,
and you're older and you know who you want to fucking be, then
yeah,
go be it. I mean, not at a young age. I don't encourage it, but
yeah,
if that's who someone truly wants to be, when they get older, let them be it.
yeah, definitely.
I
Well,
don't
we
see what
definitely
it's anyone's business that
no.
what anyone's like.
I think that's the problem nowadays. Everyone's in everyone's business. Everyone wants to know everyone's business. Everyone wants to know what everyone's doing, sort of
Hmm.
thing. And just they're so obsessed with it. Like you've got
Yeah.
your own life. You've got your own life.
Too, yeah, people are too judgmental on other people's situations. It's like people knowing I'm on here, they're probably talking about me, but I don't give a shit about it. I
No,
don't want to know. I
no.
just do my own thing. It's my
Yeah,
own thing. What I want to
yeah,
do, that's up to me.
yeah.
People
Definitely.
are too judgmental on other people's situations and what other
Yeah,
people are doing,
yeah.
rather than focusing on what they should be doing.
Exactly that.
It's
Exactly that.
sad. It's sad.
Exactly. And at least with you're honest and you're open. You own everything. You own your shit, sort of thing. You don't lie. You haven't
Nah,
been afraid to own up to what's happened in
nah.
your past. Not
That's what
always.
I'm saying. I'm no fairy, but compared to what I used to be,
Yeah,
I'm a complete different person
yeah.
on the inside because I started liking who I am as a person.
Mhm.
Until you start liking who you are as a person, but fucking hell, I've been an arsehole in my past.
Mm.
I've done some arsehole things, but if I've done it, I will say and I'll put my hands up to it. But if I haven't, they're the things that used to make me go nuts.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Guilty by past, I believe that's called. Once you're known for doing certain things,
yeah.
anything happens, you're going to be associated with that.
Yeah, see, I've been accused because I had a past. I got
Yeah,
accused
yeah.
of something I didn't fucking do, which kept me alive for over 2 years, and it
Wow.
made me ill.
Mm.
But I hold my hands up to the stuff I've done. But
Yeah.
because I had a past, I had an accusation made against me, which was untrue, and
Mm.
that drove me insane. And I think that's why I stayed at rock bottom for so many years. I had to let it go. I had
Mhm.
to let that shit go
Yeah.
until I let all the shit go, because at the end of the day, I've changed. I'm a better person. I'm a nice person. I've always been a nice person. However,
Yeah.
when I took drink and drugs, I could turn violent. I could be aggressive. I could torture just some random ministry. I've done that shit, but I hold my hands up. I've apologised to the people that I can apologise to, and if they choose to accept my apology, then I'm grateful for that. If not, then there's nothing else I can do, is there?
No, no, and that's such an
Yeah.
important thing, when you've done wrong in your life, that there's such an important thing to do, to go over to that person and say, sorry, I did that. I was in a bad place. Sorry, I done that. That
Yeah.
actually feels very powerful when you actually when you say sorry, because it's like
Yeah.
the person can either smack you around the face and say, fuck off, go away,
I'll
or
be
they
fighting back. Don't worry.
you haven't changed that much then.
No, I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
would. It's hard
Mm.
because you're like, oh shit, do I go upstairs? Now I'm just like, look, fucking hell. Sorry if I was an arsehole to you. Like, oh, we could be cool now. Like, fucking hell. But they're like, Dan, don't worry, we know you like that. So I'm
Mm.
quite lucky that people know
Mhm.
that I was a good person, but I was just fucking lost.
Yeah. So
I'm, but
I just want to touch on something quickly. You said that
yeah.
you learned to love yourself again. How does that start? How does that process start of learning to love yourself and learning to be positive?
I lost a few things, and I don't know. I just had this emotional state, and I was thinking, oh, I became codependent on other people,
Hmm.
and I felt like I needed people's. I felt like I needed people's
Approval.
opinions, so I would ask for opinions, and then it would drag me down because it's not the right thing what they want me to do. So
Hmm.
I started concentrating on the stuff that I want to do, nobody else, and I don't ask for any clarification of anybody. I do me, and that's that. If people don't like it, they don't have to like me. They don't have to. They don't have to be around me. As long
Hmm.
as I know I'm doing good, I don't give a shit, and I don't take opinions of other people, like, nasty opinions, if
Yeah.
or nasty people
Yeah.
or low vibe energy. If they're going to have bad energy around me, I choose not to be around it. I'm like my own free person now,
Hmm. Fair
and
enough. Fair enough.
I feel great.
Okay. Sorry guys. For the for the not, we missed the live show this morning. Danny was doing her makeup, so you know.
You fucking liar.
Sorry guys.
You
I had a
mean
bit. I had a
you
bit. Yeah.
you was in
Go
bed giving your pillow some head?
on.
Like
Yeah.
tight. That's what I
Fair
say. I'm
enough.
going to bed
Fair
to give
enough.
my pillow some head.
The Bruddc morning show with
Blame me.
Danny, with Bruddc and Danny Q. You can see us every morning from 9:30 till 10. Make sure you don't miss us. Danny, I'll let you close the show.
Unless you're asleep.
Unless I'm asleep, guys. All
Yeah,
right, you
have a
guys.
great day,
Thanks.
everyone. Have a great
Peace.
day. Keep going. Keep winning. Keep being yourself.
Peace, people. We'll see you in the morning.